In previous lecture, we learned that categorical variable can be described by proportions and also to describe continuous variable by using parameters such as mean and standard deviation. We also mentioned that non-parametrical data analysis when we have no assumption about distribution of the variable. But how can we describe a continuous variable without using the mean and standard deviation? Let's have an example. In this example, we want to describe the variable age, which is continuous. And as you see, we have 189 cases with age between 14 and 45. And if we show it as a bar chart, we can see that the distribution or this pattern doesn't show us much information. We can have some information like if we look at the most common value observed, here is 20. Age 20 is the most value observed in this group, and we call this indicator the mode. But generally the mode is rarely of any practical use for continuous data. And obviously it is possible to have more than one value for the mode based on the number of people who have the same age. Here, for example, 20 for age 20, 18 of them. If we had another age also 18 of the participant, if we had two modes. But there is another value that frequently used for describing continuous variables, and it's called the median. The median is also known as the 50th centile. Median is the value that comes halfway when the data are ranked in order. In order. For example, here we rank data from 14 to 45, and then we can see 50% of the cases are from a minimum, which is 14 to 23, and 50% from 23 to maximum, which is 45. Here in this case, 94 of the cases. So median actually divide the cases into two equally populated subgroups. Here, as you see, we have, for example, from age 14 to 23, 94 people, and from 23 to 45, also 94 cases, 50%, 50%. If we divide these cases into four equally populated subgroups, here, as you see, we have 25% in each part of the group, or 47 people. We can find the 25th and 75th centile, which also known as quartiles. The numerical difference between 25th and 75th centiles is known as the interquartile range, which covers 50% of the total population, 25% and 25% to side of the median. We can show this part, this interquartile range, as a box here, and this simple useful graph is known as the box plot, or also they call it box and whisker plot. Simply we can just call it the box plot. That can be very useful for describing the continuous variables, especially when we want to use them in non-parametric data analysis. Remember, when there is an even number of observations, the median is defined as the average of two central values.